South Africa is the meeting point of opposites, where rich and extreme poverty collide. It is also home to amazing diversity, energy, and a dynamic youth population who embody the spirit of resilience. In the midst of its many challenges, where youth unemployment and the coronavirus pandemic could cripple one's world, are exchange alumni making a difference.
Hi, my name is Ayanda Ngozana. I work for Direct Access as a debt negotiator. I started the Big Sister project right after matric. A Big Sister project is basically me offering a safe space for kids in my community. Our main activity is dance, because me and the girls actually share a love for dance. I used to dance back in primary school, and over the years I just developed the passion for dance. So I thought, if I'm going to transfer any skill to the kids in my community, then it has to be dance, because I have a background of dance. I also help with homework and other life skills like reading, music, drama, anything that actually piques their interest. I'm always there for them. So I went to Germany, Mannheim. It was my very first time ever getting on a plane. It was my first time ever going abroad. So it was both exciting and nerve-wracking. When I met my host family, they were very welcoming and they made my experience feel like a second home to me. In my exchange program, I learned to work productively with people from different cultures and different backgrounds. I learned to work professionally as well, because if you know Germany, you know that they're very precise, especially in the professional world. So that experience actually taught me to be able to do that. I-COVID ifike yatshintsha izinto kakhulu. It was very stressful, especially for my project, because remember, the reason why I do this is to not only teach dance, but to offer a safe space, to offer support to the kids. So when lockdown was announced, it meant that we had to stop everything. I couldn't be there for the kids and they couldn't be here for me. So yaqhubekeka lockdown and people were getting sick. We actually lost 4 people in this area. But the one which hit home was when one of my kids lost a parent. It was an only parent she had. And I couldn't even go because the regulations didn't allow me to be there. Even when they went to the Eastern Cape to lay her mom to rest, I couldn't do anything for her. So it was a very difficult time. It was a very sad time. And we had to resort to connecting via WhatsApp and Facebook. That's the only way I could actually be there for the kids. And I know that the schoolwork was affected by COVID, and COVID was a very stressful time, and having to adjust to the new normal has been very difficult. What inspires me to continue is because I want to see change in my community. I want to see development. I want to see achievement as well. I want these kids to actually know that it's possible to dream beyond our environment. And I want them to have access. I want them to be exposed to the opportunities that I have been exposed to through the exchange.
Bata is the name of a dance we do down Johannesburg way.
On the other side of the nation is Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, home to almost 20% of South Africa's total youth population. Here we meet a recent young HYI exchange alumni, inspiring local youth.
Hello, my name is Bliss Beer. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Durban, KwaZulu-Natal. I am a member as well as the youth leader of the X Factor Youth. How I can describe myself in 3 words is exceptional, extraordinary, and excellent. So Bliss before the exchange wasn't really outgoing, but did take into consideration other things that could be done. But I didn't have that push or that drive to try out new things. I was just safe and I was comfortable in the box that I was in. Before I left for Germany, I was a rapper. Conversation with my conscience, filling it with knowledge, cause knowledge is power, which equals profit. Hustle game lit like it's connected to an on switch. It was never the plan, I'll be quite honest. And now I got the pilot in the cockpit. Now I'm on my get up and grind. That's when the clock ticks. So I make the power move just as the clock ticks. Like I'm Ali in the studio, you know I drop hits. I was a dancer. I was a poet, and I organized a lot of events for the X Factor Youth. This was your arts and poetry slams. This was your sporting events such as your canoeing, your kayaking. We also organized hikes for the youth specifically, where different people from different areas within Durban would come together, network, and also hike and socialize in that way, just to push a network of excellent, extraordinary, and exceptional people within society. So Bliss after exchange was very much outgoing, was very much informed in terms of what's happening in the first world, and Bliss was very curious to find out what exactly could be done in the third world country, in my country specifically in South Africa, and just see how we can tweak certain models that they have within Europe and the first world nations as a whole. The reason why I chose to go was just because I was curious. I was pretty much easygoing, trying to see how much I can push myself and see what I'm capable of away from my family, away from my comfort zone, and away from my country. And also to gather as much information as possible that I can bring back and feed it into the community that I'm in, especially through the X Factor Youth. Well, my experience was a very big culture shock because Germans are very different to Africans as a whole. When it comes to the environment, it's a beautiful place.
I mean, the architecture in this place as a whole, from that side to there, it's amazing. Wow.
The language barrier was also a bit of a challenge in the beginning because I'd only known like a little bit of German. But as time went on, I was comfortable. I was able to comprehend what people were saying and hold conversations. And it was just a beautiful experience as a whole.
Guck mal, wer ist das? Das ist Ella.
Hallo.
Hallo. Aha. Aber Ella hat Angst.
Nein.
Doch, du hast,
No.
du
No.
hast Angst.
No.
Yes, yes,
No.
yes.
No.
Okay, okay.
The importance of exchange is that it gives us the ability as the youth or as volunteers to infiltrate different societies, different economies, and see exactly what they are doing differently and bring that and use that as a blueprint and bring it home and infiltrate it and put it into our systems and see what changes we can make as individuals without having the ability to exchange or to become volunteers in different spaces. We'd be confined into our own spaces and repeat the same routines without actually having new ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of doing things in order for our societies to be better, as well as our economies and our political systems.
The purpose of the HYI, African German Youth Initiative, is to provide an education-based volunteer experience that empowers young people across Africa to broaden their horizon. This impact is not only seen within the social sector, but is evident in the economy, producing entrepreneurial alumni.
My name is Grant Blize. I'm an exchange alumni. I volunteer here at the Community Women Action Organization for the last 8 years. And I also have my own cooperative, my own business, which I've been running for the last 5 years. I went on exchange in 2014. I actually got on the exchange because of this organization. And it was a 6-month exchange where we had to go to a city called Aachen in Germany. And we had to do research on unemployment there and then come back and research unemployment here in South Africa and compare the two. What we noticed was there was a very big difference in the way the two countries deal with youth unemployment. In Germany, they start off young. They're looking at prevention rather than intervention. So they start off when you're 13, 12 years old, teaching you, if you don't want to go to university, there are vocational skills and they have organizations that teach these. And then in South Africa, we focus more on intervention. Like, what do you do once you've finished your grade 12? What do you do once you leave school? And so it was interesting to look at the two different ways in which countries deal with unemployment. Their unemployment has been steadily at 9%. Our unemployment has been steadily at 40%. So it made me realize that perhaps we should relook at how we deal with our unemployment to maybe take it before people jump in the river instead of just pulling people out of the river, if you know what I mean. I've always had a passion and a love for food, and going to Germany and the organization that sent us to all the other European countries around opened my eyes to what food can be and how different fast food is in other countries. That I've brought back with me in my own business, in my own food truck, to be able to do unique things with traditional African food, to be able to sell it to the market. Hi.
Here I am.
Okay, are you ready for
I
the
am
wings?
ready for my wings.
Please tell me, what sauce would you like over your wings?
Can you just give me the...
So we've got chaka mayo sauce.
I would love that.
We've
Some
got
of
some
it.
sweet mustard,
No, I would...
sweet chili, and barbecue spice.
1 and 3, please. Thank you.
Bit of chaka mayo.
Thank you. Wow, that looks so fantastic.
Community Women Action is a non-profit organization. They've been around for 21 years this year, and their mission is to empower women and youth through skills development to help them become sustainable. I have been a volunteer at the organization for the last 8 years, since 2012.
Grant and I, we source funding to accommodate various programs at the organization. Grant and I run our own little business on the side. We have a cooperative. We're about 5 members in that co-op. And what we do is we are social entrepreneurs. So we look at social ills in our community and we try and source some sort of assistance to accommodate the social ills and we try and address that through skills development programs that we run at the organization.
We've built an IT lab through the Vodacom Change the World project.
Because we're also trying to equip our people for the fourth industrial revolution.
We now have a partnership with the University of the Western Cape. They accredit our IT programs. Welcome to the coding class. We are going to teach you about programming language using Sonic Pi, which translates the code that you will be typing into sound or music. So code, or programming language, is like the DNA of a computer. Your body is made up of genes that tell your body how to behave and how to act, for your skin to be brown, your hair to be long, you to be tall or short. The organization has a chef program where we train young men and women as qualified chefs with an N2 qualification. And the organization also does a lot of community outreach. They support soup kitchens. They also have holiday programs twice a year in various communities like Wellington, Elsies River, Makassar, Kraaifontein. So the exchange has helped me understand youth in a broader perspective, but it has also improved my skills in terms of connecting with people, networking with people.
The various exchange opportunities are yielding fruits in South Africa, producing youth leaders who are creating continued impact in their local communities, despite the COVID-19 pandemic.